back, everybody, to the New York Knicks, my NBA franchise, here on NBA 2K23. It's been a little while since the last episode, largely because I've been quite focused on MLB The Show 23, with that dropping a few days ago, and my focus will continue to be there over the next week or two. However, I do want to still be able to get a couple of Knicks episodes out. I know a lot of people have been missing the series, as have I, so it's good to be back. For those of you who are new to this series or just need a quick refresher, we are 52-21 here in season number 4 with just 9 games left to go. We're going to wrap up the regular season today, hopefully clinch the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, and get ourselves ready for the postseason, which will start in the next episode. For those of you who have not been watching the MLB The Show videos, I made an announcement in the first episode of the Marlins franchise that some of you guys might not know. So here is our special announcement from today's video sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is a ticketing app that takes the confusion out of buying tickets. SeatGeek will number each seat on a scale of 1 to 10, with a higher number being in green, being a better deal. The best part is, if you use my code Octagonal Gaming, you can get $20 off your first order. Again, that's code Octagonal Gaming, spelled as it is on screen, all caps, no spaces, for $20 off of your first order. Thanks again to SeatGeek for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back to the episode. So as I said earlier, the plan is to go through the final 9 games of this season today. Let's look at the situation across the NBA and see what we're going to be looking for in today's episode. So obviously, we know what we're playing for, the number 1 seed in the conference, to try to get the Eastern Conference playoffs to run through New York. Right now, it's a two-way race between us and the Detroit Pistons, who are currently 2.5 games behind us. The Hornets and Celtics were in the race, but they've both kind of fallen out since the All-Star break. And it'll be interesting to see how the play-in race really concludes in the East, because we will be playing against one of those teams in the first round of the playoffs. In the Western Conference, the Rockets are the likely number 1 seed. After them in Oklahoma City, it's a huge mishmash of teams fighting for those final few spots throughout the playoff and play-in. I think our team is in a really good spot now. Obviously, we have Jason Tatum, who's been phenomenal since the All-Star break, really coming into his own here after signing with us last offseason. DJ Ramsey is continuing to play well here in his second season. And Jarrett Allen, who we acquired at the trade deadline from the Cavaliers, has been a very solid presence within the middle. It's also worth noting that we have no injuries currently. This entire franchise series, it feels like there's always 1 or 2 big injuries that the team currently has, but that's not the case right now. Our team is fully healthy at the right time here at the end of the season, and hopefully we can keep it going. We have the Rockets up on the schedule pretty soon. I really wanted to play against them because they are obviously quite good. So I simulated the next 2 games. Cesar DiCarlo suffered a minor knee injury. He's probably only going to miss 1 game, but with DiCarlo, it's always better to be safe than sorry in terms of injuries. So we lost to the Celtics by 3. Jason Tatum was hooping, though, against his former team. And then we beat the Sixers by 30. So that'll bring us into this matchup against the Rockets. We played against them earlier in the season. We were down by like 25, I think, at one point in the second quarter, and we only lost by 5. Cesar DiCarlo got injured in that game, and it's ironic because he's not going to be able to play today with his knee injury. But I really wanted to play this game specifically because the Rockets are the only team who has a better record than us. They are the heavy favorites to win the Western Conference. They're the only team with a better winning percentage and a better point differential than us. They have already clinched the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, so technically they don't really have anything to play for, but I do still think they really want to win this game against an elite team like us. And obviously these guys won the finals last year, so they know what it takes to go all the way. Could this be an NBA Finals preview here late in the regular season, as the Houston Rockets look to prove to the NBA world that they truly are the heavy favorites to win the title? Or can the New York Knicks make a statement at the Garden on national television? Let's see what happens here. The Knicks hoping to split the regular season series with the Rockets. It might not be the last time these two teams play against each other, being that they look like the 2 best teams not only in their conferences, but in the NBA, period. And it would be a really exciting NBA Finals matchup if these 2 teams were matched up against each other. The Knicks obviously will be without Cesar DiCarlo, the starting point guard today, so Coco Diablo will be playing the 1. Anthony Davis wins the tip for the Rockets, and we are underway. Houston opens up with the ball. Former #1 pick, Jaden Lewis-Cameron gets it to Jabari Smith, who has plenty of room. Hits the three. Jason Tatum was expecting him to drive inside, and that obviously did not happen. Here's the Knicks opening possession. Tatum looking to respond with a three of his own as he knocks it down. Nice assist as well by Coco Diablo. Following New York possession, DJ Ramses weaving through defenders inside for the slam. The second-year pro out of Syracuse is on the board. 5-3. Jalen Green goes inside for Jabari Smith. He misses, and Smith takes an awkward fall onto the ground. He is hurt. The Knicks with a 5-on-4 opportunity. Good look from Ramses. Shot no good, but obviously the bigger deal here, Jabari Smith clutching at what looks like his ankle. He's obviously a pretty important piece to this team, so if he's injured going into the playoffs, that is bad news. Here's Coco Diablo inside for the and one. Big time play by Coco as it's now 9-5. RJ Barrett with it, trying to get out of trouble as he sends it inside for Jason Tatum. The Duke connection as Tatum throws it down, and it's now 11-5. Jalen Green inside off the pick and roll, gets it to Davis, back to Green. A little two-man game as Davis finishes with a poster over Jared Allen. 7-11. Coco Diablo in the corner for Ramses. Ramses step back to Diablo, over to an open Jason Tatum, who's off to a hot start tonight. Hits the three. He's got 8 here in the opening portion of quarter number 1. The Knicks looking really good on both sides of the ball early as Ramses makes a nice cut inside, getting the layup. New York's defense in particular has been phenomenal. The Rockets only have 9 points so far. And right as I say that, Jalen Smith makes a great backdoor cut. The Knicks didn't see it coming. But still, New York's defense, other than that, has been phenomenal. 18-11. There's Smith inside for the lob. The Jalen to Jalen connection as Green lobs it up for Smith. 13-18 now. Ahmed Kabongo inside, no good. Grabs his own rebound and gets the putback. Ahmed Kabongo flexing on him as it's now 20-15. Dumbu tries to lob it up for Royster. He's unsuccessful. And here comes the Rockets in transition. J.J. Henderson hits the three for Houston. And the Rockets offense with the second unit in the game looks a whole lot better. 18-20. Khalif Dumbu inside for the slam. I love seeing Dumbu be aggressive offensively. He's such a talented scorer as it's a 4-point New York lead. Jalen Green, the reigning NBA Finals MVP, hits the three. The Rockets bring it within 1. 22-21, final seconds of the quarter pretty much. Khalif Dumbu in the corner, knocks down the three. Big time shot for Dumbu, who's got 5 points here at the end of the quarter. And New York is back ahead by 4. Şengün with the screen, tries to get Kabongo out of the way, but Kira Lewis's shot is no good, and that'll wrap up what has been a low-scoring first quarter. New York leads 25-21. I don't know if it's just been ugly basketball, or if it's been really good defense, or if it's a little bit of both. Nice pass inside for Alperen Şengün, who gets the dunk. Şengün was injured towards the end of the finals last year. He did not play the first time these teams matched up earlier in the season due to the same injury. As RJ Barrett hits the mid-ranger, nice pass by DJ Ramses as well. 27-23, Tatum's floater won't fall. Rebound by the rookie. And one for Zachariah Royster. Rolls Royster makes the play inside. He would miss the free throw, however, as it's 23-29. Lonzo Ball, fadeaway three is good. The Rockets cut the lead in half. Now it's a 5-point game as Lewis-Cameron tries to lob it up for Smith, and he's unsuccessful. Here comes New York in transition. Diablo tries to drive inside. He has Barrett open on the wing for three, and he knocks it down. Great play in transition for the Knicks. Their offense has really picked it up here in the second quarter. Jared Allen with a big-time block. New York is in team takeover mode, and they're going to take advantage with the fast break three by DJ Ramses. And all of a sudden, the Knicks lead by 11. 26-37, New York on fire. The Rockets trying to get back on the board as Kira Lewis makes a nice floater off the glass. 28-39 now. Ramses sends it to the big fella Jared Allen into the corner for Diablo. Double step back. Coco crazy. Coco Diablo doing a little bit of everything here in the first half with 7, 5, and 4. 14-point lead now as Jaden Lewis-Cameron is a wide open man in the corner. It's Jalen Smith who hits the three for the Rockets. It does seem like Houston is missing Jabari Smith, however. They're missing that size, that versatility, and that defense. However, they do get a big-time block, and on the other end, Jaden Lewis-Cameron, the former #1 pick, gets the dunk. 7-point game. Henderson over to Lonzo Ball. Ball with a beautiful pass for Jalen Green, who throws it down. And the Rockets, they're finally starting to feel themselves on the offensive end of the floor. 5-point game. Diablo over to Jason Tatum off the screen. Knocks it down. Tatum with 13 here in the first half as the Knicks lead by 8. Jalen Green with it. Drives inside. And Green's going to take it himself. Tough finish within contact for Green. 6-point game, about 3 minutes left to go in the half now. J.J. Henderson off the screen, goes inside for the big fella, Anthony Davis, who gets the dunk. 41-45. The Knicks have been able to maintain control, but the Rockets have been able to keep this game close. Tatum with a dime for DJ Ramses, who hits the three. Great ball movement, and obviously great shot as well. There's Jarrett Allen with the slam. His first points of the day are some big ones as he goes for the reverse slam. What a big-time dunk by Jarrett Allen. He hasn't been particularly dominant offensively since the trade, but I still really like what he's been able to provide for this team as he does allow a bucket there to Jalen Smith, who is doing a good job of making up for the loss of Jabari Smith. 43-52, under a minute left in the half. Spin move from Jalen Green as he's cooking him inside for the slam. Nice play by Green. 7-point game here with seconds left in the first half. Jalen Green heaves up a three, no good. And the Knicks lead 52-45. New York really looks focused going into this game. They know how good the Rockets are, and their defensive intensity certainly looks stronger than normal. And hopefully they can keep this up going into the playoffs, where tighter defense is going to be played, and it's a little harder to create shots for yourself and your teammates. Into the second half now. Diablo turns it over. The Rockets force the early steal. Here they go on the fast break. It's Jalen Green with it. Twirls by Barrett inside for the layup. The Rockets cut the lead from 7 to 3 within a matter of 20 seconds. They'll get it back on the following possession. Anthony Davis makes the shot, and the Rockets are now only down by 1. Houston looks like they have a completely new energy and have lit a fire into themselves here in the second half as Anthony Davis gets the and one. And the Rockets are on top for the first time all day. It's like a flip was switched at halftime, and the Knicks got to respond. The Rockets on a 9-0 run here in the first minute and a half of quarter number 3, and the Knicks put a close to it with a Jason Tatum triple. 54-55, Lewis-Cameron tries to lob it up for AD. He's unsuccessful. Here comes the Knicks. Rams is over to Barrett. He'll go inside for Tatum, who passes it to Ramses again. The Knicks playing a little three-man game there. Whoa, pause. That sounds weird out of context. 54-57, Coco Diablo open in the corner. His three is long, but Jarrett Allen's there for the offensive rebound and the putback slam. Big-time play by Jarrett Allen as it's 56-59. Here's Jason Tatum, fadeaway on Green. Got it. The last two finals MVPs, Jalen Green and Jason Tatum, meeting up here. There's a good chance one of those guys wins the finals MVP again this year with how good these two teams are. And speaking of Jalen Green, he has a wide open three. Bold strategy to leave him wide open like that. 59-63. Here's Alperen Şengün, guarded by Allen. His shot is good. That was really nice defense, but Şengün makes a phenomenal play as it's a 2-point game. Rock Khalif Doumbou in for the Knicks as he tries to go inside, but he is killer Cam Reddish wide open for three. 61-66 now. Here comes Usman Garuba. Tries to lob it up. He cannot, but Kira Lewis is at the right place at the right time. Normally, Alabama players are at the wrong place at the wrong time, but not the case this go around with Lewis. 63-68. Nice move by J.J. Henderson coming in off the screen, hitting the three. The Rockets are continuing to stay in this ball game as they only trail by 2. Doumbou in the corner once again. Cam Reddish for three. Reddish with 8 points here in just the third quarter as it's a 5-point lead. Doumbou back over to Reddish inside with a Cam slam. Cam Reddish now in the double figures as it's 66-73. Final seconds of the quarter. Doumbou tries to get it back to Reddish. His shot is good, beating the buzzer. What a third quarter for Cam Reddish, scoring 13 points within the last 5 or so minutes. The Knicks lead by 10 after the big run by Reddish. Into the fourth quarter now, New York up by double digits. J.J. Henderson, that is an awkward-looking shot, but he makes it go in, so that's all that matters, right? 68-78. Here's Lonzo at the top of the key, tightly guarded by Ramses, over to Henderson. Heaves up a tough shot, and it is good. J.J. Henderson, the former number 2 overall pick, really heating up right now for the Rockets. Barrett's three is no good, but Tatum is there, no good, grabs another offensive rebound, and third time's the charm as he gets the layup. Great play for Tatum, who's now got 20 and 8 tonight, as the Knicks lead by 9. Lewis Cameron wide open for 3. Tatum is slow to get back on defense after his big putback, and the Rockets make it a 6-point game. Here's Coco Diablo, goes inside for the big boy, Jared Allen, who makes a tough layup. Allen with a productive day, possibly looking at a potential double-double. 74-82, here's Jaden Lewis Cameron. He gets it over to Lonzo, who lobs it up for Anthony Davis. The two guys who were traded for each other all that time ago with the Lakers. Tatum's fadeaway three is no good. Jared Allen's fair with the offensive rebound, but he immediately turns it over, and the Rockets are now in transition as Lewis Cameron throws it down off the assist by Lonzo Ball. 78-82 with about 5 minutes left to go in the game. Here's Coco Diablo over to Tatum. Tatum, fadeaway, cash money. Big time shot for Jason Tatum. 78-84. Tatum trying to run the floor. Step back. 3 ball. Knocks it down. Jason Tatum with a big start to the fourth quarter as the Knicks lead by 8. Here's Diablo. Fadeaway 3. Bang! The Knicks are heating up as they lead 81-91 with under 3 to go. Tatum has a wide open lane inside and dunks it home. He's got 27 and 10 now. 81-93. Under 2.5 minutes to go. Here's Coco Diablo. He looks to make a play over to DJ Ramses in the corner, who hits the 3. The Knicks are now up by 15, looking to ice the game. They're in team takeover mode. Diablo inside. Tatum makes the layup. He's got 29, and the Rockets call a timeout. It is not looking good for them. 17-point lead. Knicks looking to put a dagger on this game. Tatum on the screen. Here's Diablo. 5 feet beyond the line. Hits the triple. And the Knicks win it 104-88. New York was in control from start to finish. And obviously the Rockets were hurting with the loss of Jabari Smith. But the Knicks were in the driver's seat the entire way. And through the final 5 or so minutes, they really shut the door. Big time win here against the best team in the league. 29 and 10 for Jason Tatum on 5 of 6 shooting from 3. He played like a real superstar did for sure. 21 for Ramses, 16 for Reddish. He caught fire in that third quarter. 13 and 10 for Diablo, 7, 13 and 5 for Jared Allen. As for the Rockets, Anthony Davis led the way with scoring. Green, Henderson, and Jalen Smith also in the double figures. As for Jabari Smith, he suffered a severe right ankle sprain and will be out 2 to 4 weeks. So he may be out for the start of the playoffs, which is a pretty big deal. So we're going to simulate this next week or so. And from there, we're going to reevaluate where we are and try to figure out what we need to do to hopefully clinch the number 1 seed for good. During the simulation, we would have Cesar DiCarlo return from his injury. However, Jason Tatum would suffer a high right ankle sprain against the Hawks. He'll be out 2 to 4 weeks and will probably miss the start of the playoffs. Tatum was really playing well, too, since the All-Star break. So that is a huge blow for us, as he could potentially miss time in the first round. So we're going to have to figure out how to clinch this number 1 seed without Jason Tatum and possibly win some playoff games without him. I was talking about at the beginning of the episode how we've gotten healthy at the right time, and that's obviously no longer the case. Patrick Feinstein will slide over to the 4. Everybody's going to have to step up. Everybody's going to be playing more minutes, and everybody's going to have a bigger offensive role. We ended up going 2-1. We lost to the Mavericks, who are the worst team in the league. Keep in mind, Tatum got injured in that last game against the Hawks. So we have 3 more games left to go. We're only 1 ahead of the Pistons, who have won 5 in a row, really playing some good basketball lately. We're playing against 3 teams who are under 500, but they're all on the road, so I am a little concerned. We're going to simcast this game against the Warriors, hop in if we need to, and things are not looking good. We are not playing well at all as we lose 117-105. We made a nice fight in the fourth quarter, but our first game without Jason Tatum results in an L. So let's now look at what the Pistons are doing. They ended up losing their next game against the Lakers. Thank you, LA. And then the following day, they play against Brooklyn. The Nets are looking strong out of the gate. Pistons making it a game, but Brooklyn holds on as they win by 11. Cade Cunningham, Jaden Ivey, and Jalen Duren all played well, but they could not stop the Nets. Shout out to Donovan Mitchell and the fellas for doing us a solid. So we have 2 more games left. The Pistons have won, and we're 1.5 ahead of them. So pretty much we have to beat the Kings today, and if we do, we will clinch the number 1 seed for good. Sacramento is out of the playoffs in the Western Conference. They have nothing to play for, so we should be able to win this game, presumably. The Kings are a little bit banged up, though. Former Knicks, Kristaps Porzingis and Obi Toppin are not healthy for them, along with Terry Rozier. That's 3 pretty big-time players for them who are out. As the Kings win the tip-off and we are underway at the Golden One Center, the Knicks have an opportunity to clinch the number 1 seed with a win today. We'll see if they can do it without their star Jason Tatum. As DJ Ramses hits the corner 3, Ramses is going to have to be the number 1 scorer until Tatum returns, as he does get the scoring started here. De'Aaron Fox, nice move on to Carlo as he makes the jumper. Fox has been pretty underwhelming this year. That's why the Kings have taken a massive step backwards from last year, where they were one of the biggest surprises in the league, to this year, where they're one of the bigger disappointments. Nice dunk by DeCarlo at 7-2. RJ Barrett now joining in on the fun as he throws it down, and the Knicks are up big early. New York clearly came to play. They know what is at stake today. There's Osvaldo Ledo, the second-year pro out of USC, inside for the layup as it's now 9-4. Keegan Murray, Sacramento's leading scorer this year, hits the 3. DJ Ramses tried to duel the charge. I think it's fair to say he was being a little bit over-dramatic, and clearly the officials could tell. Patrick Feinstein connects on the triple. Feinstein has been inserted into the starting lineup until Jason Tatum returns. As the Knicks are looking solid so far, they lead 14-7. DeCarlo lobs it up for the big fella, Jarrett Allen, who throws it down. Now it's 16-7. Barrett over to Ramses in the corner for DeCarlo. Tough 3, won't fall, but Allen is there for the putback as it is now 18-7. The Knicks now up by 9. Here comes Cole Anthony inside. He'll get Diablo to fall all the way to, like, the goalpost. I don't know what the Knicks are trying to do here with some of these Academy Award flops. Diablo inside makes a tough layup in contact. I don't think there was any acting there, as it's a 9-point game. Inside, it's the big fella who sends it in the corner. Now it's Kelly Oubre who gets it to Cole Anthony at the top of the key, who hits the 3. Good ball movement by Sacramento, as it's a 6-point game. Diablo with it, back off the bench for the Knicks as he gets Jarrett Allen on the pick and roll. Allen inside with the slam. Jarrett Allen's playing really well right now. He's got 8 and 6. All 8 of his points have come within the last 3 or so minutes. Kelly Oubre inside for the big fella who throws it down. The big fella with the big name. I'm not going to even try to pronounce that. 24-18. Here's the rookie Royster over to Diablo. Diablo trying to get some room. Fadeaway 3 is good. Coco Diablo's ability to hit tough shots like that is really, really impressive. Here's Zachariah Royster, no good, but Jarrett Allen grabs another rebound and another putback. Allen now is 10 and 7. He is in takeover mode, and for good reason. He has taken over this first quarter for the Knicks. Nice lob for the big guy as it's 29-22. Good pass from Kelly Oubre. Rock chalk. 29-22. Diablo drives inside, tries to get it to Dumbu, who is unable to get the shot off. Doesn't matter, as it wouldn't have gone in anyway. The Knicks looking strong, though, on both sides of the ball as they lead by 7. In the second quarter, Ramses lobs it up to absolutely nobody. He nearly steals it back, but the Kings retrieve it. They'll get a wide-open 3. Ledo misses, but the big fella is there for another rebound and another putback. 29-24. Ramses over to Kabongo. He gets it to Barrett. Back to Ramses. His 3 no good. Another offensive rebound and another putback. This time it's by Ahmed Kabongo, the third-year pro out of the Democratic Republic of Congo. 31-24. Oubre has a wide-open man in the corner who knocks it down. Nice shot by O'Shea Brissett. 31-27. Fox with it. Draws the double. That means somebody's wide open. And it's Keegan Murray, more like Threegan Murray, who hits the 3. Keegan Murray's been probably the only non-disappointing player on this Kings roster this year, as DJ Ramses answers with a step-back 3 of his own. With the Kings getting hot, the Knicks are trying to keep up, and DJ Ramses is doing a good job as he hits another step-back 3. New York holding on to their lead with a pair of nice triples from DJ Ramses, who has a team-high 11 points. Fox inside makes the layup despite pretty good defense by Ramses. Following Sacramento possession, it's Ledoux who goes inside. And right now the Kings are picking on DJ Ramses, which is odd because he's a more than serviceable defender. 41-38. Feinstein no good. But Jarrett Allen is there for another rebound and another putback. Allen has 16 and 9 tonight, and he's also played the entire game up to this point. 43-38 now. Here come the Kings once again. De'Aaron Fox with room. Lets it fly for three. Despite Jarrett Allen's dominance, the Kings are only down by 2. They've been able to stay in the game. DeCarlo inside for Jarrett Allen. The throw. Gets the throw down. And New York is continuing to hold on to their lead, albeit not by much. Xavier Brownlow with it over to Murray. He gets it to Michael Porter Jr. His shot is good. Whenever Michael Porter Jr. gets the ball, his options are to shoot it or shoot it. That's all he does. And, well, it worked out that time. Diablo inside. Nice play over Michael Porter Jr. as it's 47-44 now. De'Aaron Fox brings it up for Sacramento. Fox inside. Makes the layup. Despite the fact that he's been pretty disappointing this year, De'Aaron Fox has played well in this first half against the Knicks. New York turns it over. The Kings can take their first lead of the day here as Fox gets it in the corner. Good look from three. It's Brownlow who hits it for Sacramento. The beam has been lighted here in the Golden One Center as the Kings are up 49-48. Cole Anthony hits a ridiculous floater over Kabongo. The Knicks trail by 3 with just seconds to go here in the first half as they're going to potentially look to tie it. Cam Reddish in the corner. His shot no good. So despite the fact that Jarrett Allen has been dominant today, the Knicks have been rebounding like crazy, and despite the fact that the Kings have 3 of their key players injured, New York is losing currently 51-48. Again, remember, if the Kings lose here to the New York Knicks, the Knicks will get the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference, but right now it seems like Sacramento has more energy and intensity than the Knicks do. DJ Ramses with an early slam. The Kings are already in team takeover mode, 30 seconds into the third quarter. That's not good. And they're going to look to take advantage. Fox no good, but Vernon Carey is there for the putback. A rare Jarrett Allen allowed rebound. 54-50. Ramses inside for Feinstein, who's blocked, but he gets it back and gets the putback. Great play by Patrick Feinstein after being swatted away initially. 52-54. Porter actually passes it out for once over to Keegan Murray. Murray gets it to Ledoux, who heaves up a prayer at the end of the shot clock, and it is good. It's been that kind of past 5 minutes. The Kings really playing well as they lead by 5. Shot clock winding down. Ramses hits the triple. He now has 16 points and no other stats, but he's scoring it all right. 55-57. Fox with it for the Kings. Looking for the screen. Fox at the top of the key. Lets it fly. Sacramento really heating up from 3 here in the second half, picking up right where they left off from the end of the first half. Ramses looking to heat up as well as he hits the step back now with 18, and we've got ourselves a ball game. The Knicks are now in team takeover mode. Both offenses look great here in the second half as DeCarlo sends it inside for the big fella, Jarrett Allen, who has 20 and 11. He looks awesome tonight. He does allow a good look for Cole Anthony, who hits the 3. That'll put the Kings back ahead, 63-61. Rams is on the screen looking to get this lead back, and he'll take advantage of this takeover mode as he hits another 3. Rams is on fire with 12 points here in just the third quarter alone. 64-63, Rams is with it again, takes it inside, and makes the acrobatic layup to put New York back on top. 66-63, Cole Anthony wide open for 3. His shot is good. Both offenses continuing their red-hot start to the second half. New York is now up by 4 with about 3.5 minutes left in the third as Cole Anthony gets it inside for the big fellow with the big name who gets the big dunk. 72-69, nice. Here's R.J. Barrett with it over to the rookie. Royster Moister, Zachariah Royster hits the 3, his first points of the day. 75-71 now. R.J. Barrett goes inside with the finish. Nice dunk for Barrett. And the Knicks are finally starting to catch fire as they lead by 8. Barrett, step back 3. Got it! R.J. Barrett heating up. The Knicks look great right now. Their offense continuing to play phenomenal basketball here in the third quarter. Sacramento needs an answer, looking to get one here as the big fella gets it to Anthony, to Ledoux, to Brissett, to Oubre. The Kings are playing hot potato as Kelly Oubre, ooh la la, hits the three. And then on the following possession, the Kings get the and one from the big man. Kabongo called for the foul. It's now 84-77. The Knicks with the final shot. Coco Diablo gets it for Barrett in the corner. Bang! R.J. Barrett with 10 points in the last 3 minutes or something. Barrett's hot streak puts the Knicks ahead by 10. They are 1 quarter away from clinching the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. Here's Oubre inside with a beautiful pass in the corner for a wide open Keegan Murray, who hits the three. Murray's made himself a lot of money this year being an impending restricted free agent. As Ramses hits another step back three. That's been his go-to shot tonight. He has 28 points now. 90-80. Kabongo with the finish. Great dunk for Ahmed Kabongo. It's now 92-80. Kelly Oubre with it for Sacramento off the pick and roll. Oubre inside with the slam. Kelly Oubre throwing it down. I know a lot of people wish he did that to them. Whoa, pause. 92-82. DeCarlo no good. Jared Allen with another offensive rebound and another putback. He has 22 and 13 tonight as the Kings are unsuccessful in their lob attempt. DeCarlo back to Allen again. Jared Allen is him. 96-82. The Knicks are starting to run away with it. Ramses to DeCarlo for three. Bang! Cesar DeCarlo with 5, 6, and 8 tonight as it's 99-82. Sacramento needs an answer. New York has gone on an incredible run these past few minutes as Threegan Murray hits another triple. 101-87. Here's DeCarlo over to Jared Allen. Allen is trapped. He has Reddish open in the corner as Cam Reddish hits the three. 104-87. Sacramento's not looking good here with about 4 minutes to go, and thus Detroit is not looking good either for their chances of getting the number 1 seed. The Kings need a big comeback, and that's a good start. Porter hits the three. 106-90. Ramses tries to strip it away, and he does in transition. Here's Feinstein over to Allen in the corner for the Italian Stallion. Cesar DeCarlo, who knocks down the three. Mamma mia! 109-90 with about 3 minutes to go. DeCarlo with it again off the screen. DeCarlo inside with a dime in the corner for Ramses, who knocks it down. The Knicks offense playing incredible basketball here in the second half. But hey, why stop now? Allen off the lob. He has 28 and 15. A beautiful play for DeCarlo, who now has a double-double. And the Knicks end up winning by 30. 122-92 is your final. And with that, the New York Knicks have clinched the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference playoffs. The Eastern Conference playoffs will run through New York. The Kings led at halftime, but then New York dominated after halftime, outscoring the Kings 74-41 in the second half, 35-15 in the fourth quarter alone. Fox and Anthony with 17, the big fella with 14 on perfect shooting. But the Kings offense just went silent at the end of the game, and their defense was awful in the entire second half. Ramses with a very efficient 34. Jared Allen was 28 and 17. He shot the ball 20 times and only missed 2 of them. Wow. He also had 6 offensive rebounds as well. DeCarlo with 13, 12, and 7 on very efficient shooting. Barrett had a hot stretch. Overall, just a really, really good win. Our team in the second half looked like an NBA Finals caliber team, and they did that without our best player. So with that, we've clinched the number 1 seed with 1 more game to go. And it's going to be against the Milwaukee Bucks on the road. Since we don't have anything to play for and I don't want to risk injury, we're not going to play most of our guys. We will play R.J. Barrett and Cam Reddish because they've played in every game this year. I want to give them the satisfaction of playing in all 82 games. But other than that, we're not going to be playing many of our key guys. So this is what the rotation looks like. Oyedeji and Paris are making their NBA debuts for what it's worth, while all of our rotation players, for the most part, will not be playing. So let's see how our B team does against a pretty bad Milwaukee Bucks team. And it actually looks like a close game, but we end up winning 96-88. Barrett leads the way with 21. Our passing wasn't great, which isn't a surprise. We don't really have a true point guard. We put Rock Khalif Dumbu at the point, and he's just not a great playmaker. LaMelo Ball ends up winning the MVP here in season number 4, his second in a row. His numbers were a little worse than last year, and the team's success was also a little worse, but he was still fantastic. Shaggy Lewis of the Sixers wins the Rookie of the Year. Cason Castillo with Boston wins the Sixth Man of the Year. Evan Mobley wins Depoy. Percy Butler of the Heat wins Most Improved. And our head coach, Trey Roberts, takes home the Coach of the Year. So we do end up getting an award as we take a look at the All-NBA teams. The first team with a number of young guys, LaMelo, Cade, and Mobley. Here's a look at the second team, including LeBron James at 41 years old and Christopher Killebrew, who was born after LeBron was drafted. That's crazy. No Jason Tatum. I thought he should have maybe gotten on the third team, but unfortunately not the case. Chet Holmgren, by the way, is out for the year. That's kind of the big deal. Here are the all-defensive teams, including rookie Zachary Archibald, the number 1 pick out of Alabama. No Knicks on the all-defensive teams, unfortunately. And then here's a look at the all-rookie teams. No Knicks on the first team, as it's Lewis, Witherspoon, Archibald, Kogan, and Bergen-Ashby. No Knicks on the second team, so the Knicks do not have any players winning any awards, and we have no all-NBA, all-defensive team, or all-rookie selections, which is odd because we are the number 1 seed in the Eastern Conference at 58-24. Again, the Eastern Conference playoffs runs through New York. The Pistons are the 2 seed. We will play one of the 4 play-in teams in the first round, and assuming we win the first round, we would play either Charlotte or Orlando in the second round. Here's a look at the West. The Rockets ended up clinching the number 1 seed. OKC keeps 2, despite Chet Holmgren getting injured. And for what it's worth, the Bulls finished with the second worst record in the league, only behind the Dallas Mavericks. So that means our Bulls pick will have the number 2 odds of being the number 1 overall pick in the draft. Let's take a look at our team's stats for the year. Jason Tatum still injured. I think he will be back in time for game 1 of the first round because the play-in tournament does take a couple of days. Tatum was obviously great this year, so was Ramsey, and both of them were just ridiculously efficient from 3. R.J. Barrett played to his role. I know a lot of people don't want Barrett on the team, but I like what he's able to do as a guy who can shoot the ball, play good defense, and is a solid secondary playmaker. Jared Allen, I thought he was a good addition at the deadline. Coco Diablo quietly was really good this year. He averaged 13 and 5 off the bench. Cesar DiCarlo really played well to his role. He's a pass-first guy. I think that's a really good role for him going forward as our sort of floor general, and he played in 74 games this year. That's a big deal. He's had a lot of injury concerns, but he made it through the entire season pretty much. Reddish was good. The rookie, Royster, played well for a 20-year-old. Rock Khalif Dumbu was solid. I don't know how many minutes these guys at the bottom are going to get in the playoffs, like Royster and Dumbu particularly, Feinstein and Kabongo as well. Because once you get into the playoffs, you want your best players playing more, and it's going to be easy to trim the rotation a little bit. So we're going to have some stuff to figure out in terms of that. So here's a look at the play-in matchups. I personally do not want to play Cleveland or Toronto in the first round. Cleveland's made the finals 2 of the last 3 years, and they scare me. As for Toronto, we have their draft pick, and I hope they lose early so we can have another lottery pick. So ideally, we play either Atlanta or Indiana in the first round. I think Atlanta in particular would be quite fun. So that'll wrap up today's episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Peace out.